if you are somewhere you don't want to be, always think about the things that really bring you joy. Because if it's something that really brings you joy, then that's what you need to be doing.
Hi, welcome to Tea Therapy, provided to you by Roots and Firewater. I'm your host, Amanda Battles.
And I'm Denise Rhodes.
And we're here to discuss with you a whole bunch of tips on wellness and health. Primarily, our podcast covers different health and wellness practitioners in the area. We're located in Homewood, Illinois, and we just want to give a spotlight to those in our communities that's helping to make our communities healthier. So, this is our premiere episode. Thank you for tuning in. We won't have a guest today, but we will be introducing a little bit about our business, about ourselves, and just to let you know what our podcast is actually going to be about. So, without any further interruptions, we're going to get right to it. So, Roots and Firewater. We are a botanical shop, and we specialize in things that help you on your journey to healing the body and the home. We specialize in air purifying plants, herbal remedies such as herbal teas, and self-care botanical goods.
Well, I am Denise Rhodes. I am the co-owner of Roots and Firewater, and I'm affectionately known as the Hula Hoop Diva. But, we got to keep ourselves in great health, ladies over 50. But I started out as a health coach to help other people in my age group to live a more holistic lifestyle. Just to give some background on me, I have a son with special needs, so I started my journey early on in my life, but I didn't know that it was called holistic living at the time. I was just trying to find a better way to help my son through his learning disability because he was diagnosed with ADHD. And so then I found out that I had to get him off of gluten, so that was the process. And then 25 years ago, my mother passed away from colon cancer. And that really kick-started my health journey because at that time, my mother was 63 years old, and today I'm 63. So I wanted to be able to live a long life. And I always believe that it's our diets and just other things that we do. So that's how I started on my health journey to just be more holistic and change. I don't call it a diet, I call it a lifestyle change. So if you just change your lifestyle and how you look at food, you can have a better quality of life. The one thing that I enjoy about our business is that, yes, we do have tea parties. And I love having parties. I've always been a person that likes to entertain. So I love to have the tea parties. We set them up right here at Roots and Firewater. And we customize them to your liking, depending on what you want to have. We have a basic, and then we have the extravagant. But it's intimate. We get to learn about the teas that my daughter has formulated. And it's just wonderful trying to educate people on how to be more in tune with who they are. This is a new chapter of my life. I worked in corporate America for over 30 years. No one could have told me I would have been a health coach or I would have been an entrepreneur at this time in my life. But I'm so glad to my daughter that I have made this change because I have my quality of life. I get to do the things that I want to do on my time and my what I just like to enjoy. So, if you are somewhere you don't want to be, always think about the things that really bring you joy. Because if it's something that really brings you joy, then that's what you need to be doing. So that's a little bit about me. Let's get back to let's drink a little tea.
Yes. So like I said, today we're actually sipping the rose pomegranate. It was my first formulation. But, I want to just give my mama some flowers real quick because, she gave her story about how she got into health and wellness, and she's been my biggest inspiration. So I came from a career in marketing, and I just got tired of constantly marketing things I didn't believe in or marketing things that were harmful to people. So I saw my mom, after so many years of raising me as an accountant in the finance industry, when she made that switch to being a health coach, she kind of gave me the courage to say, hey, yes, I've been doing PR and marketing for a decade, but I can make that change too. So at that time, I went ahead and went back to school for herbalism. I went through 2 apprenticeship programs so that I could learn how to be a tea formulator. And I really have my mom, I thank her for everything. She's been a huge motivator for me to come out of my shell. I've always been a behind the camera type of person. So my mother, of course, she gave birth to me. We all want to give our mothers their flowers. But to be able to have someone that inspires you, be your best friend, and then give you the confidence that you didn't know you had, it's a really, really beautiful thing, because I wouldn't even be sitting here right now having this podcast if it wasn't for my mom pushing me to go beyond my limits. So I just want to give you your flowers and say thank you for being my mom. Thank you for being an inspiration in my life. And thank you for being such a wonderful business partner. So, yes.
Oh, thank you. But I'm going to give you some kudos too, because Amanda, you have really helped me too, because we come from an entrepreneur background. My grandparents were farmers, and it's funny how we come full circle in our lifetime, because no one, like I said, my parents moved from Mississippi to get away from farming. And look at us now. We're back. We're going back to farming. We're going back to what is naturally for the human species, really to grow their own food, because the foods that we are eating, we don't know what we're eating. Exactly. So just to say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you have pushed me to be an entrepreneur. I'm proud of the mother, the wife, and the friend that you are, because we live in a world now of so many young people that are not really aware of the foods that they're eating, and are not conscious enough to know that, you have to pour into your children. Yes. And this generation is not pouring into their kids. They're just letting the technology take over. Yes. So I'm proud of you and your husband, what you all have accomplished with your boys, and keep doing the things that you're doing. But also, we all had to step out of the background. I was one of those people too. I worked, like she said, I worked in corporate America. I sat behind a desk in my little cubicle. I did my daily work. And I was like, I don't mind cheering everybody else on, trying to get them to do. But yeah, I went through a metamorphosis too. Because I always was that girl that just pushed everybody else, praised everybody else. And then, I would say maybe 5 years ago, things started changing for me. Life happens. And so, I think that entrepreneurship is just in our blood. And so Thank you for pushing me to do what I'm doing now, because I really enjoy what it is I'm doing. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy coming to this shop every day. I meet new people every day, and they encourage me, and I like helping people be responsible for their health and their mindset. Because I always tell everybody, if you master the morning, you master your day. Mm-hmm. And that's the beginning. If you get up every morning, pray, say an affirmation, because you dictate your lifestyle. You dictate the day by your morning. Because if you get up grouchy, you're going to carry that all the way through. Yes. But if you get up in the mindset that I'm not going to let anything stop me from doing what it is that I want to do, and you can do it. So make up your mind, master the morning.
That's half the battle right there.
Exactly. Master the morning, you master your day. So thank you again for this opportunity to just You know, I mean, we just growing. I just imagine, just think about it. We just came from ABC.
Yes,
And we
yes.
did our first television
Interview.
and
Woo!
it was woo! It was amazing. It was amazing, you
Yes,
all. I mean,
yes.
I am really still on a high because it was just a wonderful experience. To
Yeah,
be
excellent
there.
way to end off 2023 for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, we've been working so hard. You know, Roots and Firewater have been here for a year and a half. And, you know, it's interesting because they always say that for a business to be successful, you have to at least get through the first 2 years. And then if you want to really start making a profit, you got to get through the first 5. So I'm just blessed that we're almost at year 2 and we've already got our first television interview. I was super nervous. I'm not even gonna lie, but it was like my mom said, it was a great experience, and we're just so grateful to have that opportunity. And you know, just to put our message out there because it is one of those things where educating people is important. Education is probably the one thing that I believe is missing from our time today. Mm-hmm. We have so many people that's college educated, but so many of those people are not like evolving in their lives. And I think that's where the health and wellness space really comes into being because we can get older, but are we growing? And that's something that I think people need to start focusing on because we don't want to be a 16-year-old for the rest of our lives. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of adults that are, and I don't want to date myself, but we have a lot of adults that, you know, are slowly coming into that elder phase of their life, but don't want to take on the elder's responsibilities. Mm-hmm. So that is something that we have to really start challenging our peers to take seriously because the children are the next generation, but who is guiding those children to become a better version of us? You know, if we want the future to be brighter, we have to start now with our children that's coming up. We have to give them hope. We have to give them new ways of living so that, you know, they live longer, you know. One of the reasons that I got into this, you were just talking about how my grandmother passed from colon cancer. Mm-hmm. That was a painful thing. And so many people go through life watching family member after family member pass away. And it's from diseases
that they could have prevented.
Exactly. So, you know, it's a painful thing to watch. And sometimes you sit back and think, oh, somebody's going to do something about this. Somebody's going to help fix this. And you walk around and the statistics keep going up, especially during COVID. Things just keep elevating and people's health keep deteriorating. And I just wanted to be a change in that spectrum because how can we conquer the future if we're not here?
True.
So, you know, I think that we have a great thing that we've created. You know, speaking about ABC, one of the things that we shared, if you missed the segment, was we had 4 tips on how to be healthier and live a more healed lifestyle in 2024. The first rule that we talked about was, you know, creating a vision. A lot of times we don't know where we're going. We don't have a plan for the future. We think short term. And when we think that way, we really aren't creating a path to success. You know, we need to plan things out and then create actionable steps to get there because we can see the vision and we can pray on the vision. But what is our willpower doing every single day? And it could be small things. It could be one thing a day that you check off the list, but you have to move in the affirmative. So to help people do that, we're actually having a vision board party on the 7th of January at 2 o'clock. Space is limited, but you can go online and purchase a ticket to come to our party. And it's one of a kind because, like I said, it's not just the party where we all get together and have community. We do have that, but those action steps are pivotal because you have to realize that 1 in every 5 people who are entrepreneurs say that they use the vision board. 85% of successful entrepreneurs said they got through more than half of their goals by just having a vision board. So that means that when you plan things out and then you create action steps to achieve it, you have a better chance of success. Number 2, practice proper mental hygiene. So we're always talking about, affirmations, meditation, taking time to just be and be present. And those are all good things. But we are what we tell ourselves we are on a regular basis. Meaning that if you're constantly down on yourself, if you're constantly thinking the worst is gonna happen, that's what you're attracting to your life. And slowly you start to deteriorate from the inside because all of the hormones and chemicals that's being released in the bloodstream, just based on you thinking negative, it creates hormonal imbalances. It really does harm your health. So outside of just keeping your mind clear, you just have to make sure that you're separating the thoughts that are not beneficial to your well-being. So practice that proper mental hygiene. Number 3, the tea. Our Firewater Teas is our signature brand. Definitely come into the store over the next few weeks because the signature brand that we released in the beginning, our fruit-infused teas, we have jasmine peach, rose pomegranate, papaya berry, and passion fruit greens. Those were our 4 first teas that we cultivated, and they were all fruit-infused. Those are limited edition. So we're almost completely sold out. So if you want to try it before it goes away, definitely come into the shop and try some, because in a month or so, we'll be releasing our new medicinal line. So we will not have the fruit-infused tea anymore, but we will have something better that focuses strictly on certain health issues that you may be facing. Great. And last but not least, do not leave nature behind. I know everybody's been watching the movie Leave the World Behind, so I feel like the title is fitting. But do not leave nature behind. We know that technology is ever evolving. We live in a technological society, but we cannot forget about Mother Earth. We can't forget to take care of our home, and we cannot forget to be a person who actually be in tune with nature. We have to get outside, get that vitamin D in our skin. We have to get moving, and we have to make sure that we're being around people and being social. They say that Americans spend 90% of their time indoors.
Wow.
Yeah, so that means that you have a more heightened chance of toxicity in your home because you're never leaving. And for the people that don't open their windows, it's even worse. And the people who have the hardest time with that is children and the elderly. So you have to get out the house. You have to get out the house. And I know social media and YouTube doesn't make it easy, but we have to get out the house and we have to spend time in nature, ground yourself. It'll definitely assist you in your healing journey. So that was our 4 tips that we share with AVC, and we hope that you'll implement those in your upcoming year.
Yep.
But I will say, question for you, what are you leaving behind in 2023?
Ooh, stress.
I know that's right.
I'm leaving behind stress. For you all who don't know, I have been a caregiver for the last 3 years of my dad, who is 91 years old. My husband is suffering from dementia, and then I have a son with special needs. So I'm leaving stress. I want you all to make sure you all look at me good, because I do not look like what I've been through. Ooh. And that is testimony because, like I said, it starts here in the mindset. Yeah. So, we only age because we worry about things that we have no control over. Yes. And so I make it make it my business to, if it's something I can't control, I let it go. So that is what I'm leaving behind, the stress of my life, what my life has been. My dad went back home to be with my brother. My brother is taking care of my dad. I have my son, and my husband is, I guess he's coming back home. I don't know. We're going to see what's going to happen. But he's been in therapy for the last month or so. So it's a lot going on behind the scenes. But this shop is what keeps me grounded. So I'm leaving the stress behind.
I know that's right.
So what are you going to leave behind?
Ooh, probably because you struck a nerve when you said holding on. Like, I think I hold on to things to my own detriment, and I need to learn how to let go. That's a very difficult thing for most people because there's so many things that tie into why you hold on to things. And I know for me, I may act like sometimes things don't bother me, or I might try to be a tough cookie in situations that would cause for more emotion. But I think that because I genuinely care about people, because I genuinely want to see people improve and change, that I hold on just to see if they will. I think I have a lot of hope for people. And I'm not going to say you should ever lose hope because the journey to healing is long. And right now we tend to, like, on social media, everybody's like, I'm healed. I don't believe in being healed. I believe that healing is a process and that you will forever be healed and be, because as you age, as you go through life, you will have different challenges that will arise that will trigger different things in your life. And you may overcome one thing just to be faced with something else.
That's true.
So I think that we have to learn how to let go. I got to learn how to let go. And I have to learn how to be at peace with the things that I let go. Because sometimes you can feel when you let go of something that a piece of you is missing. But the power in letting go is so strong. I'm going to reference a movie because it's fresh on my mind. But Michael J. White just made a cowboy movie. And I'm going to have to get the name of it. I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now. But it's a phenomenal movie. I love Michael J. White. I love every movie he does. But this movie was about a black cowboy. And it was one part in the movie that really struck a chord with me. It's a comedy, so it's not meant to be serious. But there was a part where his father was preaching to him as a child. And the sermon really stuck with him because the sermon was about forgiveness. And it was about how we hold on to things and how forgiveness is not for other people, but it's for you.
Yes.
Because it lets you release that thing that's holding you back. Because the other person isn't probably phased, the other person isn't hurting, but you're carrying the hurt and the weight for the both of you. So it really struck me, even though it was in a comedy, it really struck me because it made me think, don't be a person that holds grudges. Don't be a person that refuses to hold on. I know, because I'll hold a grudge. But
yeah, me too.
It's teaching me to let go and to forgive people and to accept people where they are, because they may be in a different phase in their healing journey, and that's fine. And I should not be upset or punish others around me just because they're not evolving at the pace I am.
That's true.
So leave people where they are, allow them to grow at their own pace, and let go. Let go, let God, but let go, let go. And, everything will fall into place. So, we have a lot of exciting things coming up in 2024. I am so excited about it. We have the vision board party. We have our digital detox Fridays where we have people come out, meditate, and then listen to us do singing bowls. We also have our International Tea Day party that we have every year. So we have quite a few holistic events that we do every month to help the community get together and build and connect. And then, like I said, we'll have our medicinal teas rolling out soon. So definitely come by the shop and check that out. And this will be the first episode of many to come on our new podcast, Tea Therapy. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.